Miami is often presented as a lifestyle upgrade. Warm weather, ocean views, palm trees, and a sense of freedom that feels almost cinematic. For many people, it represents escape from cold climates, from routine, from rigid cities. But locals know that Miami's image and its daily reality are not the same thing. Behind the beaches and nightlife is a city shaped by fast-rising costs, seasonal pricing, and constant financial temptation. Understanding Miami means looking past the hype and focusing on how people actually live here month to month. At first glance, $4,000 a month sounds manageable. In Miami, it places you in a narrow middle zone. You are not struggling to survive, but you are also not financially relaxed. This income allows you to live independently, but only if your expectations are realistic. Locals understand that Miami rewards discipline more than ambition. Spending emotionally, trying to live the Miami lifestyle, is where most budgets break. One of the biggest mistakes newcomers make is thinking Miami equals South Beach or Brickell. In reality, Miami is a patchwork of very different neighborhoods, each with its own cost structure and lifestyle rhythm. Areas like Wynwood, Little Havana, Doral, Kendall, North Miami, and even nearby cities like Hollywood or Hialeah all function differently. Where you live determines not just rent, but commute time, safety, noise, and how much pressure you feel daily. Locals don't ask if you live in Miami, they ask where. Housing is the main pressure point for anyone trying to live in Miami on $4,000 a month. A modest one-bedroom apartment often ranges from $1,900 to $2,500, depending on location. Brickell and South Beach regularly exceed that range, while outer neighborhoods offer slightly more breathing room. What surprises many newcomers is that high rent does not always mean high quality. In Miami, you often pay for location and demand, not space or long-term value. At this budget level, locals tend to look away from the coastline. Neighborhoods like North Miami, Little Havana, parts of Doral, Kendall, or Hollywood provide more realistic options. These areas may lack glamour, but they offer functionality, easier parking, lower rent pressure, and access to everyday services. In Miami, financial stability usually improves the further you move from tourist zones. Miami's tropical climate creates a unique cost profile. Air conditioning runs most of the year, making electricity a significant expense. Combined with water, internet, and mobile service, fixed monthly costs often reach $250 to $300. While Florida's lack of state income tax attracts many people, locals know that climate-related expenses quietly replace that advantage. These costs are predictable, but only if you plan for them early. Miami's food scene is diverse, vibrant, and constantly tempting. Groceries can remain affordable if you shop carefully, but eating out adds up quickly. Restaurants, cafes, and delivery culture are deeply embedded in daily life here. Locals who maintain balance cook most of their meals and treat dining out as an occasional choice, not a routine. In Miami, food spending reflects lifestyle discipline more than income. For most residents, Miami is not a walkable city. Outside of a few central areas, owning a car is almost mandatory. Monthly transportation costs, car payments, insurance, fuel, parking, and maintenance can easily reach $600 to $800. Public transportation exists, but it rarely replaces a car completely. Locals understand that transportation is not a flexible expense, it is structural. Healthcare access in Miami is strong, but it comes at a price. Without employer-sponsored insurance, private plans can be expensive and out-of-pocket costs add up quickly. Locals treat healthcare as a fixed monthly obligation, not something to gamble with. Medical expenses are one of the fastest ways a balanced budget can become unstable. Florida's lack of state income tax often headlines relocation discussions, but locals view it with nuance. While take-home pay may look higher, sales taxes, insurance costs, and service pricing often offset the benefit. What matters in Miami is not tax theory, but how much money remains after all recurring expenses are paid. A realistic monthly budget for a modest lifestyle in Miami looks like this. Rent around $2,100, utilities and internet around $275, food around $450, transportation around $700, and healthcare plus miscellaneous expenses around $300. That places total spending close to $3,800. The remaining margin is thin and must cover savings, emergencies, and unexpected costs. In Miami, margin equals stability. This income does not buy luxury living, oceanfront apartments, or a carefree social lifestyle. It does not support frequent nightlife, upscale dining, or constant entertainment. What it buys is independence and access, if expectations are controlled. Miami is quick to punish lifestyle inflation. Miami works best on $4,000 a month for single professionals, remote workers, and people who prioritize climate, culture, and energy over financial efficiency. It works poorly for families, retirees on fixed incomes, or anyone seeking long-term financial calm. Miami is emotionally rewarding, but financially demanding. Locals who stay in Miami long-term adopt intentional habits. They avoid luxury buildings, live outside tourist zones, cook regularly, and keep car-related expenses under control. They rely on free beaches, parks, and outdoor spaces for enjoyment instead of paid entertainment. In Miami, sustainability comes from restraint, not sacrifice. So, is living in Miami with $4,000 a month worth the hype? For some people, yes. Miami offers energy, diversity, and a lifestyle that feels alive. But financially, this budget requires constant awareness. Miami gives experiences, not efficiency. If you accept that trade-off, $4,000 can work. If you chase the image, it won't. Miami is not a city that quietly supports you. It constantly invites you to spend more, live louder, and stretch further. At $4,000 a month, Miami does not offer ease, it offers choice. And how you manage those choices determines whether the hype becomes satisfaction or stress.